quite well.
Good, good. Well, this is your first time up, Stanley, so I mean, I need to ask you some questions and talk about just, and if I'm wrong about anything, I want you to correct me and you know what, because efficiency I know and perfection is something that you like, and quickness,
Hey,
right?
it's your world, I just live in it.
No, I know. Well, you know what, you more than live in it. It's your world actually, and you thrive in it. Okay. So let's go back to Stanley. You work at SAA, right?
I do. I'm privileged to work at SAA.
You sure are. I mean, Stroud and Associates, you know, are like, they're like what? The top talent agency. They've overtaken CAA, WME.
They're a big deal.
They're a very big deal. And you know what? And I know that you crawled your way to the middle to get in there. I mean, and it was beneath you and your education to go to the mailroom, but everyone has to start somewhere. What got you in there? What got you into an agency? What made you think that this was a life for you?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. When I graduated from University of Washington in Seattle, I like the city, I like the town, it's a great place to be. But I'd known for a long time that I wanted to be in the entertainment industry. And the agencies are the center of the industry. You know, I'm a smart guy. I learn quick.
Yeah.
And so when I moved here, that was my first goal. I didn't want to be an actor, you know, just piddling your life away. It just doesn't make sense. So, you know, if you're smart, you're going to start working at an agency, you work your way up. Yeah, you got to start at the bottom. But, you know, if you're sharp and if you can make people like you, you'll get where you want to go.
You never had a problem with that.
That's true.
You've never had a problem with that. People feel comfortable around you. I mean, and I think the only time that they don't is that they work for you and you see that they're doing less than what they could be doing.
Well, it's like driving, right? You're all trying to get somewhere. If you help me get where I want to go, I'll help you get where you want to go. Don't cut me off. Don't drive slow. You know, don't rock the boat.
What happens when someone does cut you off?
It's not pleasant. But look, I'm a decent guy. I don't have it out for anybody.
Right.
But if you make me mad, if you piss me off, look, you know, I've worked hard and I expect everybody below me and on the same plane as me to do the same.
Well,
common decency.
It sure is, and it's about that. That is so important, and respect. And as long as people have it for you, I know, I mean, the decency and the respect, both combined, that you're pretty good with people.
You really get me. I like that.
Thanks. You know what? You work with, oh my God, legendary Sid Cohen.
I do work with Sid.
Wow.
Wow.
You know how many people he goes through a week? And you've been there a month.
Yeah.
He likes you, man. He's taking you under his wing.
Well, I give 110%. I go home every night, I'm exhausted. But it's worth it.
Yeah.
One smile from Sid just makes your day.
Well, and I know it's not easy because you have to be a shadow. You have to basically, you're on every single phone call. I mean, you have to remember every single detail, every single moment. And I mean, there isn't, I mean, but at the end of the day, Sid's a lonely guy. What does he do? He wants you to go out and have a meal with him, or you to go out and have a drink with him, or you to go out and do anything, or even occasionally he'll take you to a screening.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I know. And I mean, Sid...
But I've worked hard for that honor, let's be honest here, you know?
Yeah, you should have.
I got the coffee every morning, you know, iced coffee, not too much ice, 2 pounds of vanilla. I've got it down.
You get people to do that. That's not your job. That's not your job.
I started out, it was my job.
I know it was. That's why you got where you were.
Exactly.
Because you got it right. You were the only one that did. And if you didn't have that in the morning, God help every fucking person in the agency. They'd all hear it. Yeah, I know. Well, you maybe you got that once, but that's not bad. I mean, completely.
Well, luckily we're over that stage.
And you know what? With the clients, you're light and fast, you're efficient, you're friendly. Everyone likes you. And they all tell him, hey, I really like your new assistant. Usually they're terrified. Terrified. But you're more than an assistant. You are a young agent in training, and you have got the best of the best. So that speaks for who you are. And you know, it's so amazing. And even if you're working 24/7. And I know that Sid got that DUI like a couple of years
That
ago.
was rough.
And he can't drive, so you have to pick him up in the morning, you have to take him to the athletic club, you have to everywhere. I mean, you make sure his groceries are picked up. I mean, you do have people at your service, but
I'm the guy who's responsible.
if somebody fucks up, you get it, right?
Nobody fucks up. Not on my watch.
A few weeks back, you had like an altercation with one of the guys that went in there.
Oh, Jackson?
Jackson, yeah,
Well-
Jackson Walker.
Jackson doesn't work at SA anymore.
No, he doesn't.
That's true.
But he sort of mysteriously disappeared off the face of the earth. I mean, what's up with that? He didn't even come and get his last paycheck. The last time anybody saw him, I think you really had a run-in with him, didn't you?
It was uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. You called him out.
Well,
You called him out
someone
for
had to.
being who he was. And he basically gave you such a fuck you attitude. So anyway.
No one likes a loafer. No one likes a moocher. And I
Yeah.
say things happen quick. If you're not happening quick, you gotta get your stuff and get out. I am surprised about the paycheck. I don't know what happened there.
Well, maybe he'll be back. But
I hope not.
I don't think so.
I hope not.
Well, no. Slackers are slacker, right? No,
Amen.
you're from Seattle, and you graduated from the UW,
I did.
and your major was,
Business.
wow. What were your grades like?
My grades were great.
Of course they were. I mean, they're exemplary. You're the shining model of success all the way around.
Well, it wasn't Harvard, but I worked hard and I applied myself. I don't believe in wasting time, and I think those 4 years, you can either set yourself up for life or you can really screw yourself over.
Yeah.
So I chose the former.
Okay. Now, let's go back.
Oh
Let's go
no.
back.
All right.
Let's go back.
No.
All right. When you were a young boy, you found out, this is just between us, no one's hearing this.
Okay.
I'm the ball in your head, I promise no one knows this.
All right. All right.
All right.
I trust you.
So, please do. I mean, don't smash the mirror, all right?
Not gonna happen.
Okay,
We're cool.
okay, great. Something happened when you were a little boy. You found out you were always inquisitive. You were always going through your parents' drawers. You would look at documents, you would look at things, you would look at everything you could get your hands on. And weirdly, like by 5, you were reading and you understood everything. What did you find out?
Look, no one wants to have this conversation. But between you and I found out that I'm adopted. And it's not the biggest deal, right? So many people are adopted, but my parents tried to keep it from me. And I don't know why they would do that. I know plenty of people who are adopted, and their parents sat them down and said, look, this is the deal. We love you, we're your family now, but we never had that conversation.
But they straight out lied to you.
They straight out lied to me.
They not only straight out lied to you, they recreated the moment that you came out
I
of the
know.
womb. They created this entire world for you. I mean, when you find things out, the one thing that I'm immensely impressed with you is that you don't give anything away. You hold it. You hold it to yourself, no matter how tough, no matter how personal it is. But I want to know, how bad did that hurt?
Well, look, information is power, and I like to keep things close to vest. But between you and I, it hurt really bad.
In fact, you
Breach of
kind of
trust.
hated them
Of course.
after that. And yet you were able to fake this entire friendship, relationship with your parents you never knew. They thought you were the perfect loving child and everything else. And secretly you fucking hated them.
Well, karma's a bitch, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It always
What
comes
happened?
back to bite you in the ass.
It does. It does.
Yeah. So, tell me about what happened that year in the south of France when you guys were all traveling and you were staying at this rickety little French country inn.
Shit.
It was like 3 floors, right?
Yeah. Kind of like 2.5 because one was like sagging.
Right, right. You were like on the bottom floor, right?
I was, yeah, I had my own room.
And they were up on the 2nd floor, correct?
That's correct.
What happened?
Well, a fire broke out. No fire alarms.
What time?
Not up to code.
2
It was
in
the
the
middle of the
morning?
night. Yeah, it was 2 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
1:30 maybe. And I heard the fire, you know, you could smell the smoke. Just that acrid smell. And I got out. I didn't start the fire, but I got out and I saved my own ass. And I'm expected to see them out there, and more people kept streaming through the doors, and they didn't show up. And I told the hotel manager, and he said we're doing everything we can. And the fire department showed up, and that was when the whole thing collapsed, and they died inside.
And I think the French police were very baffled because they were trying to put together how just the fire happened, and there was mention of arson and in the floor near your parents' room.
It's interesting. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, and the other thing that they were shocked about was that you showed and emitted no emotion whatsoever. That you handled it very gentlemanly, intelligently. In fact, they'd never seen a reaction like that from a family member. 2 family members perishing in a fire.
Well, that's very nice of them. I'll take that as a compliment.
I think it was meant as one.
I think so as well.
Right. But you never let go of one thing. The one weakness that you have. You want to know where you came from. It's everything. Even though you've got it all in your hands. Why? Why do you care? No one knows. I mean, everyone, the world believed that your mother conceived you and your father was the father. Why do you care at this point?
If you knew your whole childhood was based on a secret, wouldn't you want to know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why I want to know. I want to know. I don't even care. She's probably dead. But I don't think so, and I've done some digging. And
She's not dead.
she's not, if I'm correct.
She's not dead at all. She's very much alive.
Her name's Jewel.
That's right. What a weird name.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, Jewel.
But who would fucking give me someone named Jewel?
I mean, you look like you're the child of Jewel. I mean, and she's Jewel Cassander, right?
Sander.
And she's Dutch descent, which would explain.
The
Yeah. Because both of your parents, we'll call them your parents, were dark, right?
Well, they always said that I had my aunt's coloring. Clever.
Yeah, okay. Well, that worked for a while. Well, I've got some information for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Drop
Did
it
you
on.
know that she lives in Orange County?
In the United States.
Right here, right from you. She lives in Orange County. You live in Los Angeles. She lives here in Orange County.
For how long?
All of her life. Yeah,
Where did you hear that from?
I know it.
Okay, I trust you.
And you're about to find out. Not only that, she was married 3 times. Her marriage has never lasted more than 2 months. They were like 2 months and gone. She wasn't married to the man who conceived you. There's no record of that. You're going to have to get that one from her. If you can convince her that you're her child, or if you want to, or if you probe. But I think there's some things that you should know about her. After she gave up her child,
Me, you mean?
Uh-huh. She had a breakdown,
What kind of a breakdown?
a completely psychotic breakdown. And she was listed as schizophrenic and paranoid, and had an incredibly horrible temper when provoked. Psychologists, several psychologists report on Joel Cassander is that she's borderline psychotic and dangerous. But she's now on drugs that she occasionally will take when she remembers, but when she doesn't, you never know what you're going to get. Okay? Now, you've tracked her down. And you followed her secretly. And you follow her, you know her routine, you know where she goes during the day, you know when she goes to her doctors, you know when she goes to she goes to the mall and hangs out. Somehow she has enough money, whether it's from...
So she's functional,
Oh, she's very functional.
Okay.
She's very functional. And now that you've found out exactly where she goes, and you know that she goes to Starbucks every single morning.
She would love a coffee. That's my mom.
Yep. And she's there. And for the first time, you've actually taken the day off. Even though it's a holiday, you have taken the day off.
The whole day?
You've taken the whole day off. You may have to go run some errands later for Sid, but...
Well, that's my fucking mind.
But she's going to be at Starbucks, and you need to introduce yourself. Or at least make a connection and find out some things that you want to know. And no matter what she is, you don't have to tell her that you're her child. But let's see what you do.
One question.
Yes.
You know so much about my mom. How old was she when she had me?
17.
Okay.
And you're not even going to be settled or happy with that until you find out who your father was, too. So, close your eyes.